Okay, so we're going to go over the candle expression one more time. This one is the one that is more detailed and will animate itself, and still allow you to animate it with and have some control over it anyhow. Okay, so first things first, I have a set of attributes. One called it's called flicker speed. I have one called the flicker light intensity low, flicker light intensity high, ambient light intensity low, and ambient light intensity high. And then I have this attribute called clear keys on restart. Basically, if it goes back to the beginning of time, then, or frames 0 or 1, it's going to delete all the animation if you have this set to on. Okay. While you're dealing with expressions, and particularly this expression, I'm going to set this to play. I'm going to set in the animation preferences, I'm going to set looping to play once, so I don't lose the animation that it generates. Now, I already have the expression written, so I'm just going to show it to you instead of write it and try to talk about it in detail. So if I go to Window, Animation Editors, Expression Editor, go to Select Filter by Expression Name, then I have my expression named here appropriately. So it's Candle Flame Expression. If I click that, then here it is. I'm actually going to see if I can't load it in here. So panels. I thought I could. I lied. I shouldn't have closed it. Anyway, so Animation Editor's Expression Editor. I hate how much wasted space there is in this editor. So there's my expression. First thing let me do this. I'll talk about it generally first, and then I'm going to copy and paste it into the script editor so we can see the whole script all at once. But just know that it needs to be in here, and you have to, after you paste it in here, if you're working out of the script editor, then you'll need to click edit to make it apply to this expression. So normally I would just work in here, but for viewing purposes I'll work in the script editor here in a second. Now when you create an expression, I just leave everything at default. That's all I've done. And you can assign it to a specific object if you want to. I don't know that it really matters if it belongs to an object, because you can reference any object you want to in an expression by its namespace. The namespace of an object, and this is just good scripting practices in general to understand anyway. The namespace of an object, well, let's look at the namespace of this flame sign. So shapes. Okay, so the namespace of this flame sign, and I still didn't show it to you, but well, let's look at the namespace of the flame sign handle shape. Okay, we'll do that instead. The namespace of this is its own name, and then prepended to it, it would have flame underscore sign handle, and then there would be a bar, and then this name. Okay, and then this belongs to this flame deformer underscore group, which belongs to flame group, which belongs to candle underscore control, which belongs to candle underscore group, which belongs to the scene, which is referenced as the file name. So it would be candle.ma. And then the namespace continues. So these objects exist inside the file, but they also, not that you could reference them in your file browser, but their full namespace is this entire thing, so all the way down to your root directory. Okay, so that's what namespace is. That was, I actually didn't intend to talk about that part, but there you go. I showed you guys how to insert a function, I think, already. So you just have all these functions you can insert. And I'm going to select all this now, copy it, and go to my script editor, and I can't remember how to add a tab now. I thought I just right-clicked. Oh well. I'm going to add a new tab. It's been too long. Yeah, right here, new tab, and it's Mel. Okay, so I'm going to maximize this. Paste it here. Make it a little bit larger. Still trying to fit it all. It's kind of wide. Okay, so what we've got is, I'm going to try to break this down. I can't, sometimes in programming it's not very convenient to talk about it in the order of like top to bottom, which is the case in this file. So the first thing we've got is, I've got this attribute that I need to check. And this is going to create actual animation. So the first thing I have is an if statement. If the frame, down here in the timeline, equals to 0, or, and that 2 bars in a row means or frame equals to 1, so I could change this to just 0 if I wanted to. Then it checks to maybe do this stuff. And then I need to know what the last frame is, because I'm creating keyframes based off of, so right now I'm on frame 1. So the next keyframe will get set at the frame plus the flicker speed. So in order for me to do that, I have to keep track of the last frame that has a key. Has keyed information. Okay, so I do that here. On the reset, I set the last frame to 0. So it's part of just resetting it. Okay, then if the candle control clear keys on restart attribute, and this is a Boolean attribute, which means it's true or false. So by throwing it in here, if it is true or on, which it is right now, then it's going to come inside this if and it's going to do this statement. Now this statement is a delete statement. It's going to delete the list of nodes that I've given it. So when you key an attribute, it creates a new node. And it names that new node, the animation node is named the name of the node that has animation 4 plus underscore the attribute that you keyed. So in this case, the flame underscore sign underscore amplitude. So this node exists and is animation for the flame underscore sign node amplitude attribute. So I've got a list of these. I got the flame underscore sign amplitude, I got the flame underscore sign 1 amplitude, flame twist angle, end angle, flame squash factor, flame ambient light shape intensity, flame point light shape intensity. So to delete all